So let's talk about Dr. Disrespect and him coming back to the streaming world after the incident that he had with saying he cheated on his wife. I think that this whole thing is honestly it's a really big deal because he is a person of status in the streaming world and he's a figure that a lot of people look up to, but at the same time he 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 did this bad thing and he is confessing it, uh, and trying to right his wrong, which I think is ridiculous. Like, not in a bad way, but just going from I did this bad thing, and then you announce it to you didn't hide anything. You told everyone about it. You got in front of a camera and you told everyone about how you not about how but you cheated on your wife, and that's just takes just so much strength in order to do something like that, to come out and admit it, even though you're not proud of it, even though you know it's a mistake that you made, but to hopefully not make that mistake again and tell everyone about it, and because the life is full of mistakes, right? I mean, hopefully he doesn't do the same mistake again, but it's just blows my mind how strong of a person he is for admitting it to everyone, telling everyone about it. He apologized to everyone, and it truly is. Uh, it's hard to put a word on how uh, how breathtaking something like that is. Like, to have to come out and just tell everyone that you made that mistake, which is the right thing to do. But you know, and I kind of have a theory on this, is that he was elevated to a status of very popular. I mean, I love his streams, and his stream highlights are really funny. And but the thing is, I kind of have a theory. He kind of went from this not having the status to having the status relatively quickly. Um, because in terms of Twitch history, he's a relatively new streamer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but just coming from one kind of kind of situation where you don't have this money and you don't have this popularity or fame, and then you are put into something like that. But you enjoy doing it, which is fine. But at the same time, all of a sudden you have all of these things, right? Psychologically, it's a big change for you, and sometimes I feel like that can be detrimental to people because they don't know how to handle it. And then they end up making mistakes, maybe gambling all their money at a casino instead of saving it, or whatever. Make make a mistake on stream or on social media or something like that. But it truly does say that him as a person can handle it for the most part, and he is willing to admit the mistakes that he made. He's not delusional about it. He understands the situation that he's in. The situation he is in now compared to beforehand. And it truly is just an accomplishment, I would say, to even to because you really do have to be a strong person. I don't know if I would have that type of willpower to be able to come out and admit this massive mistake that I made. And on top of that, you have your spouse who could potentially break up with you or whatever, because all right to them to do that. But it seems like that's not what happened. It seems like his wife is staying with him and he's going to continue streaming, which is good. But it just goes to show that the world is a dynamic place. It's an ever changing place, and you can get caught up in it and make mistakes. But that's okay. Mistakes are meant. That's why they're called mistakes. You're meant to make mistakes and learn from them ultimately. And it just goes to show how resilient of a person he is. But that's all my thoughts on it.